Yeah, I thought we came out today, to send a message, to show that we were a little bit angry of ourselves in the past performance, and to set things straight. And I've seen the intentions in training. I've seen the intentions in the messaging within the locker rooms. And yeah, I thought over the 90 minutes we dominated a very, very good team here at City Park. And yeah, it was a good feeling to get back to winning ways. But yeah, just really excited for the boys. I'm, proud of them, but it doesn't stop here. We can't celebrate too much. And yeah, if we carry on in this trend or this form, then we'll be just where we need to be. So that's it.
Thanks, Coach. Tom, go ahead. If you guys have questions, please raise your hands. We'll go with Tom first.
You didn't have a whole lot of practice time since that last game, so to make the changes that they needed to do, was it a lot of it internal?
Yeah, a lot of it was internal. We committed a lot of time to off the field sort of training in terms of video scouting, reflecting about, some past performances, and yeah, just trying to set things straight and, make a case for who we are and who we're not. Credit to the guys though, being totally, accountable, responsible, and know that, yeah, there's something about this team that's special. And I see the amount of work these guys put in, when you don't quite get to see everything. I see the enjoyment as a group. I see the commitment, togetherness as a group. It was good to see the chip on the display tonight. Similar to some performances of last season.
And Sam, his left foot, he's on a roll with that.
Yeah, I think that's the end product, right? I think Sam does a whole lot more than just that. I think everyone we brought in today, I think everyone who started today, I don't think across the board that there's anyone who should feel disappointed about their performance. I think it was a total, complete performance today. And that's the only way we can operate. We can only operate in this way. And then when we do, yeah, more often than not, especially here at City Park, things fall in our favor. But yeah, I always said it: the harder you work, the luckier you get. And I thought today we dominated and we're in total control in all phases.
Justin.
Hi, Coach. Last week you talked about how your scheme doesn't work without intensity, and then tonight everyone is jumping in the passing lanes. You're defensively strong for forward position on back. Was that a big impact in how tonight?
Yeah, part of that, it's on me, right? Because, we set up a game plan and sometimes it doesn't go according to the game plan, right? So, and then I look at myself, and then it's always good to remind myself who I am, as a coach and who I'm not. So again, it's part of my pathway as well. Sometimes you get it right. Sometimes you have to learn. And, I feel I never want to stop learning, and always put the team in a good space to succeed. And yeah, it's how I set the tone, how I set the message with the group, and how we all get on board and feel belief and confidence that that's the right way. So I think tonight was a very good display of exactly that.
The starting lineup is a big change from the last couple of games. Could you walk us a little bit through the process that gave you the chance to this team for this lineup?
We just looked for the 11 most healthy players. It's been a challenge over the last couple of games. So yeah, to roll out the back line that we have been accustomed to over the last couple of games, yeah, obviously in Houston, we had to rotate some lineups with the congestion and the fixture scheduling and what have you. So, some of it by choice, some of it by need, and just proud of the guys that they all came through this okay. So, it's all very worth it, and beneficial to our group when we sustain the 90 minutes in the way that we played tonight, and everyone walks off smiling. And I think that's important because we put in a shift tonight. We put in a ton of work, and to see that the guys came through it okay was amazing.
Go to Matt.
It seemed like that the press was triggering pretty high again, much like it was, that first game against Houston here at City Park. How is that connected to having that back line that you just mentioned, the consistency in the back line again?
No, again, I spoke about the messaging and it starts from the front. The press for us never starts at the back. the strikers initiate it, the strikers read the passes, the strikers are supported by the 10s, the 6s, then, the back line. So, if that's all synchronized, and the orientation for us is always always the ball. And then if we connect and force overloads and create the chaos that we like to control in certain moments, then it looks that way, that exactly what you saw tonight.
When it comes to forcing those overloads, does it change things when AZ's, up with Sam as one of the, two strikers, as opposed to him, for starting the, triggering the press from, the second midfield spot where he was later on in the game?
Yeah, I think AZ, even Klaus, to a certain extent, they have a knack of jumping at the right moment, right? I think Sam is working his way into that category as well, and he's picking up more passes and he's forcing more mistakes. And, so credit to these guys for always, reading the right moment, because if a team gets their rhythm, it can break you a little bit, to not just, your physical state, but also your mental state. And tonight you could see the urge to fight against that, and always to come out on top. And if you didn't get the trigger, then the next guy was there, and that's what we count on, right? So tonight was extremely fun to watch.
Brendan?
Coach, it felt like there were a lot of opportunities from distance too. And did you like the feel that maybe there was a little more aggression in trying to put it in the back of the net outside the area?
Yeah, I think against Houston in the home leg here, I think we hit the post twice as well, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, I mean, tonight we hit the post twice, and, we always encourage our guys to finish off with final plays. But what does that mean? Is it the next pass? Is it the shot from distance? Is it the next runner who's overlapping, right? So we give the guys freedom and flexibility to that, but we supply them with principles in the transition moments, whether they should stay on the ball, take the shot, and knowing that we have some set piece weapons. If it gets deflected, then we can really assist, put another layer of pressure on their back line.
Nilsson appeared to be really active, and considering his hectic preseason and into this first 4-game window, were you impressed with his play tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's a warrior, right? So he battles through, he commits to the team every single day. He's got a great attitude. He's a leader, not just by actions, but also in and around the locker room with the younger players. And, those are the things you don't get to see. But then to see him coming out on top like this tonight is an indication and a reflection of exactly why we signed him, right? So he's had the stuttered time with us, and but finally get to see him a string of games, getting him strong, getting him healthy, and I feel that the curve is trending in the right way for Joachim. So, I think the medical guys have done an amazing job to keep turning him around. Obviously, there was a slight setback last game, but then he knows his body. He's an experienced guy. He knows when he should, play through something. He knows when he should, pull the plug on that one and take himself out. So again, that's, he has the experience under his belt, and he chooses wisely for the team.
Julian?
Coach, there was a couple unfortunate moments in the last couple of games on defense, and today it looked very sharp, very clean. And I wonder, what are your thoughts on the defensive performance, and how happy are you with the clean sheet today?
Yeah, good. I haven't seen it as critical as you maybe over the last couple of games. I think as a collective we've given up a lot less chances. Which is a good thing. Today was clinical. Today was really tight. And it was really good that we were so connected. But again, I said it starts from the front. And I think the guys put in a hell of a shift up front, just to force those turnovers, to be relentless in the press, and to come back in the game, and to defend with 10 players. And so, credit to everyone. It was a complete performance.
And you kind of touched on it at the beginning, but, that disappointment of getting knocked out against Houston, you think that was, really helpful in inspiring the team? And you think that will kind of carry you guys forward for the next couple of games? Yeah,
one of the things is being honest about, how we operate as a group. And, it was good to see that the players themselves felt that there was something off about Tuesday. Didn't need me to tell them. It didn't need me to show video. It didn't need me, to lay the heavy hand. These guys, they know we give a better picture than that. We're bitterly disappointed for sure. And even in that game, we had a couple chances. Things could have, the pendulum could have swung another way, but that's done and dusted, and we're not looking back. We're only looking forwards, and what we could control is today's performance, and I think we did that. So now we can't just rest here and think that that's going to happen every single weekend. We have to be, again, modest, humble, and just remind us who we are. And there's only one way for us, and that's tonight how we played.
Coach, you mentioned earlier when selecting your starting 11 that you were really looking at the 11 healthiest options. I was just curious. We didn't see any of Bloom tonight. Just checking to see if that was just for some rest or if there was anything deeper there.
Yeah, we're just evaluating Jubbs at the moment. He did take a knock on his knee. So again, we're just waiting for some evaluation over the weekend. We'll know Monday morning. He's got a couple of things at the medical center. So yeah, that's explains Jubbs' absence.
Obviously, Celio had a special game, a goal, and an assist. What is about his game that's kind of starting to open up and really take him to the next level as a player?
Yeah, I think Celio with certain opponents, he comes to life, you know, and you can see the attitude he plays with, the fire in his belly. And if you let New York City take control of the game like that, then it's going to be a tough evening for us. So we needed characters in the team that bring a lot of fire. Not just the technical ability, not just the pressing, but we needed somebody, you know, especially on that front line, who has a bit of fire in the belly. And you can hear, you know, when he wins a duel, he's so emotional about it, and he's, you know, he really intimidates the opponent sometimes. So, you know, it was good to see, and then he gets a reward, you know, and he gets to reward his teammates as well. So yeah, listen, we're always pushing Celio. You know, it's a project, and Celio knows where he started, and he knows where he is currently, and he knows where he wants to get to. So, you know, it's up to us as coaches to encourage him and you know, nurture him and to get him going in the right direction. But yeah, he's fun to watch.
Last question, Tom.
Was there any uncertainty for you on the center backs going into tonight? Were Joakim and Tim, you know, definite in your mind?
I think after Thursday's training, we knew that these guys could turn around. So I felt in a much better place on Thursday, just after some evaluations, and Friday's training. Both guys got to good speed, 90% of their max speed, and, you know, just to make sure that they're ready to go. And yeah, we managed them really well. So in all good, you know, sometimes you have to give up something. And unfortunately, Joakim couldn't play the full game the other night, and we had to lose him for half the game pretty much. But then we gained a lot tonight as a group. So yeah, I think it was a week in hindsight, well managed. And yeah, it's unfortunate that we don't go through in the Champions Cup, but now we know where we have to put our full focus on.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Good.
How'd that night feel?
Oh, I'm just so tired. We ran so much, but it feels amazing, you know? Like, we show finally, that's the first game that we show our principles, how we want to perform as a team, defending together, attacking together. So feels great. Feels great. What a night.
Was this kind of the game most like last year for you guys this year?
I mean, of course, we didn't play like this the whole year last year, but we tried. So yeah, but this year is a different year. Like we're not trying to compare things from last year to this year. Is a new year, new players, and we just try to do the things that we do every day in practice. We know we show intensity, aggressive. We were very aggressive, so it was good performance by the team.
And a big step forward from Tuesday against Tuesday.
Oh yeah, very big step. Because Tuesday we didn't show our principles. We didn't play the way we want to be playing the whole season, the way we like to play. And today, like this whole week, we talk about it. We said that if we want to go far this year, we gotta play like we want to play. So, and this is a great example to how we want to play and perform this year.
Cillian, talking to you a couple of weeks back before the season started, you mentioned, hey, you want to start, right? You want to be out there in the first 11. Do you look at opportunities like tonight as like a proving ground for yourself to say, hey, here's what I can do if I'm out there to start?
Yeah, of course. When I have the chance to start, I want to do my best. I want to prove to everybody that I'm a star. I can play. I can help the team in many ways, and that's what I do. But even if I come from the bench, I just want to do my best, put my energy out there, do my things in 1v1, be aggressive, and yeah. And of course, I'm always every day I'm trying to prove something, but it's not like I'm trying to prove something for somebody, just for myself every day to be better, to push myself.
Going back.
I just wanted to ask, because you scored a very big goal in the first half of the game. What do you plan to do to celebrate that? Because it's not like you have much time to celebrate when you're out there to keep playing.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time celebrating. We already play again next weekend, but just celebrate the night tonight. We celebrate tonight. I'm gonna call my family from Brazil. They already text me a lot, my whole family. So just gonna call them and just celebrate the night. And we have a day off tomorrow, and then the next day go back to practice. It's a new day. We have new games, and just to keep going like that, keep in this good track.
Celio, Bradley mentioned about your project and the growth that he's seen in you since you first signed with the team. In a game like this, where you have that kind of starring moment, just giving you a chance to reflect on how far you've come so far.
Yeah, of course. I always think about it since I got here, and since the beginning, I always put in my mind to have like an open mind, to always be, I'm a guy who always want to learn, always want to be better, and the coach always talk to me, and I never like, oh, he's talking to me. No, I like when they talk to me, because it makes me better. If it's for me to improve, I want they to keep talking to me, you know. So they always help me in this term, help me to be a better defensive player, to be a better attacking player. So yeah, it feels great today that I show that I can defend very good and do my thing in the attack. So very good.
Talk about the goal. Nice long run to get there. What did you see unfolding in front of you there?
Oh man, so showed a little bit of our principles. Team have a good tackle, I think, in the back, and that's how we started. And then I was there in the right place. And then when I see players, I just like improvisation, you know, I want to take them on like 1v1s. So that's my thing. That's what I like to do. When I see a rival player in front of me, I like to go then dribble, and I could score a nice goal today. That's what I like to do.
And then on the second one, you passed the ball.
Yeah, cause I like to have assists too, you know, to give assists. So but before this game, we talked that we wanted to have like a good game, but not just a win to prove like, all right, this is us, and we're gonna have a good season, to give us confidence and a boost, you know, for the next games. So I think today was a very important day for the rest of the season.
It's easy to make that pass the way Sam's been playing lately.
Yeah, Sam is on fire, but like that things we do in practice every day. We already know what the other player is gonna do. So when I chased the ball to Edu, I didn't even look at the ball. I ran straight because I knew Edu was gonna pass to me, and then I saw Sam on the move, and I knew like, all right, easy pass for Sam, and great finish by him, by the way.
We have time for two more. We'll go to Julian and wrap up with Matt.
Taylor, you just mentioned right now, you know, you guys didn't want to just win. You guys needed a good win. So I'm just curious, you know, how important do you think, you know, the disappointment of Tuesday is going to be to motivate you guys going forward?
Of course, we didn't want to lose Tuesday, but it was good, you know, beginning of the season, to put our feet on the ground and like, all right, this is not us. Tuesday was a terrible game by us. We didn't play good. We didn't like press. We didn't do the things that we're good at. So today it was very different. It was a completely different game. And yeah, but this is ours. This is our principles, you know. If we do this every game, you can play any player. If we do our principle, we're gonna be fine.
You guys were all over the place on the left flank throughout the entire game, and a big part of that was the combination between you and Anthony Markanic.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit just about what Anthony allows you to do and how you guys are able to combine together to make so many dangerous plays?
Anthony, he's my roommate in the away trip, so we always talk about it on the left side. Let's log in, let's focus. And man, he's my good friend here in the team. And yeah, man, he helps me a lot. I always tell him before the game, Anthony, talk to me, because I'm in front of him, so he sees the game better than me, of course. So I tell him, Anthony, I'm fit, so I'm gonna help you defend. So just let me know what do you want me to do sometimes, because sometimes I'll be wide, sometimes I'll be in the middle. So he just helped me. So it's a good relationship that we have, and we help each other. He helps me to be a better attacking player, and I help him to be a better defense player. We always help each other. So yeah, it's a great.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate
Thank you.
your time.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, guys.
Hi, Chris.
Hey.
You took a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah.
tonight, It looked like. How are you physically right now?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. That's exactly the type of game I enjoy. It was a dogfight out there, and it was great. I was really excited with how we came out and we showed ourselves well, and I'm proud of the group for that.
How did you guys make the jump from how Tuesday's game went to how tonight's game went?
But yeah, I mean, I think we did a lot of analysis on that game, a lot of breakdown between groups, the defensive group and the offensive group, and we looked ourselves in the mirror and like questioned what we're doing wrong. And I think it just came down to energy. And when we create that energy, that creates that momentum, and then I think we started to fly. So really proud of the group for turning it around, and I think that's the standard.
Tough to find the energy when you're on your fourth game in 12 days. Obviously, some of the guys haven't played all of them, but you played a bunch of them.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's tough. I think it was needed. It was necessary, especially at home in front of the fans. We needed that win for the morale of the group, and everybody showed up on the team. So it was a great job from everybody. And like I said, that's the standard now, and we got to keep it like that.
Just the way you guys played out there. I mean, this is just kind of how you envisioned how a City SC team is supposed to look.
Yeah, 100%. I felt like we condensed the field more to one side, played better football, and we were more high in the press, in their face. And I think you could kind of see that they didn't want to deal with our pressure. They turned it over a good amount in the midfield, and I think if we were even more clinical on our transitions, then we could have scored a couple more goals. So I think that's we saw a lot of our DNA, and I was happy with it as well, just because it felt like what I'd seen on film. So it was a good start.
Roman only had to make one save in the game, but that was a big save there right before halftime.
Yeah.
Keep you guys ahead.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we really rely on him for his qualities and moments, and he's an incredible asset for us, a real leader, and always comes up in big moments, and that's awesome for us. So we're really happy to have him back there supporting us.
Julian.
Chris, obviously, you're a new player, and it seems like you pretty much slotted in seamlessly without any transitional period, really. I'm just curious, do you think there's still a lot for you to learn in terms of system, and there's still another level for you to get, or are you kind of happy with where you are right now?
Yeah, no, never happy. Always want to improve. And I think the way that we play and the environment here, it just makes me so excited to play on the field. Really enjoying it. And I think I can always improve on the ball stuff. Definitely there's a couple turnovers on the field that I want to clean up, but that soccer is going to be mistakes. So learn from those mistakes, see what I did well, and keep supporting the guys around me. I love being around Edu and supporting him with his quality of play, being there next to him and cleaning things up. So really excited with how things are going, and want to keep the momentum.
And it also seems like you're a big celebration guy. How much does that influence, what's going on in the crowd and everything?
Yeah,
like
no, it's great. I mean, I feed off the energy, and I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but that's just how I am. Just do what comes natural, and I'm just having fun out there. You can see it, just sliding around. So at the end of the day, we want to have fun out there, and that's what I'm trying to do.
You're gonna be sliding around if you score your first goal soon?
100%. I feel like I've trademarked the seal slow like slide or something, but I'll stick with it.
Santi.
Chris, now that you have played 3 games here at City Park, and today was the first win the second win in the first win in MLS. What do you think of the City Park environment and the experience here?
Yeah, it's incredible. I think at times when there's rough spells, they help us get out of those with the energy they provide. And I've been to other venues in the past where you feel like there's just a wave coming on you, where it's attack after attack, and to feel like I'm a part of that, you can feel that with this crowd, and I think that's incredible. you feel that energy and it makes you want to keep going. So I think that's incredible. You can really see how this is a home field advantage. And, if we're going to keep selling out, I think that's awesome. So it's a great soccer city, and we really appreciate the support from the fans.
And considering that the next 2 games are away, was there any extra pressure to get a result tonight, or is it too early in the season?
It's early in the season, but we just wanted to see, when we looked in the mirror, we wanted to see ourselves in that game, and I think we saw that. It was definitely our best game out of the 4 that we played so far, 100%. I think you saw a lot of what makes us good, and that was just the 11 collectively being in it together. So we need to take that on the road. It's harder to get points, obviously, in MLS on the road. We understand that, but we've got a lot of experience within the team to get points, and we firmly believe that.
Do you consider that the other team, it was a little desperate because a lot of yellow cards happened?
Yeah, I think yellow cards were flying around everywhere. It seemed like we were getting yellow cards, they were getting yellow cards, a lot of fouls. So it's definitely a chippy game. And when I saw, the middle 3 that they put out when they put up the starting 11, James, Keaton, and I forget the other guy's name, Pereira. Yeah. I knew it was going to be a dogfight. Those guys are all strong, physical, and it definitely was that. It was a battle, and props to the entire team from us for wanting to get into that fight and not shying away from it. So I think that was really good, and we need to keep that going.
We'll wrap up with Brendan.
Chris, I feel like you guys were extra aggressive with the offensive opportunities. It felt like there were several from distance, and obviously you guys cashed in on a couple, but did you get that sense?
Yeah, we were definitely very aggressive. We set the tone from the start, and that's part of our DNA, is aggressive, in your face, and teams don't want to deal with that, and we need to continue to feed off that, because I sure do, and I know that the guys next to me do. When we see that we're gaining that momentum and we're in their half and they can't get out, that's a good feeling, and we will continue to pick up chances, and the more chances you create, the more goals you score. So I think that's a good bar to set from today, and keep going from there.
Chris, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys.
Brendan, please start us off.
Thank you, John. We talked to Coach a few minutes ago about just your stressful preseason, getting back with the club and having 4 matches in 11 days. What did tonight feel like for you? Was that kind of a breath of fresh air with how everything turned out, just obviously for the team, but for you individually?
Yeah, like you said, I didn't have the preseason as I hoped for, and with a tight schedule, I've been playing on the things that are going on with our center backs. I needed to play more minutes maybe than my body felt like. I felt like last game against Houston that I really had to fight through it. But today I felt fresh again. And yeah, like I said, the last time I was here, I want to play 90 minutes as much as possible in every game. But you need a preparation for that as well. And I didn't really have that. But now I start to feel good. I felt the body was with me today. Mentally I felt strong also. So no, I was happy and I felt strong out there today.
And how's your glute feel?
Glute felt good. Yesterday we had a good test with a good training that I had to test it because I felt that during the Houston game that I couldn't. It was too much of a risk to play on that game, unfortunately. But for this game, I felt confident and I didn't have any issues during it. To be honest, yeah.
Had it been bothering you like throughout the whole Houston game, or what was the?
No, it came in the I don't know when I went off 35, 40, so maybe around the 35, 40 mark, something like that. So nothing that I felt before. So but like I said, not maybe the preparation that you need as a soccer player on this level. So but yeah, today I was happy to
you made a couple long runs defensively to get back, and I don't know, one where you kind of lunge out for the ball. You're totally confident when you're doing those.
Yeah, the striker really tested me. So it was a good test to see if my glute worked today. But yeah, I felt good, and actually in the second half I felt stronger than in the first half. So it was a intense game from the start, from the whole team, and felt like yeah, we gave everything out there.
Julian?
Joakim, you guys had, just a couple unlucky moments defensively. The first couple games that kind of led to goals, they were just, unlucky in the moment. So I'm just kind of curious, how satisfied are you as a defender with getting the first clean sheet of the season?
Yeah, obviously that's something you want every game. I think that we were not happy with our performance, especially the last two games, with how the intensity in our defense was. So we really wanted to have a higher standard for this game, and I think we really show that from minute one. And I mean, when we are a team like we showed today collectively, we are hard to beat, and we make it hard for the opponent to create chances against us. So I'm really happy with what everyone out there did today.
And what do you enjoy about having a center back partnership with Tim Parker?
Tim has, like last year, also a great leader in the back. He's good on the ball. He's good off the ball. A great leader. So obviously, I mean, we've seen his qualities. I guess you have seen him for a couple of years now, but this is my last year or my first year watching him, and he's a big leader for us. So we really need him and want him to be on the field.
With the limited time you guys had after the Tuesday game, you get back at 3 a.m, how do you guys facilitate the turnaround? How did you guys get from Tuesday's bad performance to Saturday's good performance in not a whole lot of time?
Yeah, I mean, recovery is a big thing, as you have to do well as an athlete. I think that was the main thing now to get back into good physical shape. But then a lot of things that we were not happy about was the mental performance. We didn't show it out on the field. We were not really disgusting enough that we usually are off the ball. And I think that we wanted to show that. We wanted to show that for the city, for ourselves, and we know that we have those qualities. And like I said, something that we kind of missed those last two games, but tonight was from minute one was fantastic.
With the injuries to that back line and the loaded schedule to start the season, how would you say the chemistry has been with the rest of the defenders, and just kind of, working through not only those injuries, but the schedule that you've been facing?
No, I mean, like I think I said that last time I was here. Like the DNA and how we want to act as a center back is the same, and no matter who plays, we know what we want to do off the ball, with the ball, and I mean, no matter who plays, we got a good backup. But obviously, you want fresh players. You want them to be healthy. So that hasn't been the case. But people are coming back now from injuries. That's going to be good for us in the long term. Thank you. Now the goals.
Anyone want to start besides Tom? Matt?
Trying to spread the wealth.
Sam, we're starting to see a lot more, creativity one-on-one from you. Is that just a natural growth of your game, or is there a comfortability factor that we're starting to see?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always been something that's been a part of my game. I think it's just being in the position to show it, or getting the opportunity to show it. But yeah, definitely I do feel comfortable. Obviously the guys help me feel comfortable. When you have a great group of guys around you, it's easy to, be in your element and just feel comfortable. So.
Are you playing for the Nigerian national team?
No, actually, this is actually my dad's from when he used to play for the Nigerian national team. So yeah, my dad was really good at keeping things. Like I still have a pair of like Nike Tiempo cleats that are in like mint condition from like 1992 and never been worn before. I just keep them in my closet. I'm probably gonna show them to my kids when I'm younger. So
have you had this for a long time?
Oh yeah, I've had this for a long time, a very long time. Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of fading here, but I mean it's vintage, so it's pretty old.
They had better, sweats than that nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did it mean to you guys to turn around the game you guys played on Tuesday to play this game today, which looked like it was everything you would have wanted?
I mean, yeah, we knew that Tuesday wasn't our best game. We knew that it wasn't, us, it just wasn't our identity the way we were playing, but yeah, I was saying in the interview that I did with the MLS, I mean, it happens, those type of games happen sometimes, but, just being able to come back to who you are, being able to remember why you're doing this and just, focus on the things you can't control and focus on your principles is the most important thing. And I think that the staff and the organization helped us to realize that after the game. And, they put confidence in us, even when we, have not such a good game, they don't hold it over our heads, but they kind of just encourage us and push us forward, which, helps us as players to want to give everything for this club. So
feeling on top of your game right now?
Yeah, definitely. Just feel comfortable with these group of guys, feel happy to be able to contribute, and yeah, I mean, I'm just really enjoying playing with these group of guys. So I'm playing in front of these fans. So.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you feel good spams or something when everybody is storing your name and they're crazy because you are a peer? You have any special sensation or you're really focused on what you're doing? And the second one, if you guys have any psychological help from when you go out and play other than Park City?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it feels good, whenever you hear those fans cheering for you. But I try to keep a level head, and everything. Like even if I score or something, I just try to keep a level head because I mean, I just try to do my job and help the team in any way possible. So I'll smile here and there, but just do that. And then as far as psychological help, we do have that, in the team. We have, people that are set apart to help us with those things. But I mean, we have a great group of guys around us and we have a great staff around us. And the great thing about them is that it's not only about soccer, it's also about us as human beings. They care for us not only on the field, but they care for us also off the field. So that helps you as a player, to know that you have someone who has your back on and off the field. So.
Sam, what's your usual reaction when you hit a post or a crossbar?
It depends. If I was expecting to, like, if I was at an angle where I was kind of like, okay, it's kind of tough to score from here, then I'm kind of like, it is what it is. But if I'm expecting the ball to go in, then yeah, I'm definitely shocked. Definitely.
Because I mean, you've got some posts, but you've got some goals as well. And it feels like the goals are coming after the posts.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm just happy that the one that I shot today went in, from that angle. I'm just happy that it went in. So, because I know Klaus would have been on top of me if that wouldn't have went in. So it felt good to see that. It felt good to see that go in. Justin?
Yes, Sam, I was just going to ask a little bit about that goal. If you kind of walk us through the play, because it looked like you did have options in the middle, but you went near post and it ended up working for you. What were your thought process as you're kind of building into the play?
I think there were a couple of times where I was in that position before where I didn't take a shot and I saw that the goalkeeper was kind of off his line a little bit and wasn't towards his post. And so I thought I had an angle there, and I think in those situations, you just kind of hit it as hard as you can and hope for the best. I mean, I know as a profession, hearing from a professional, you might think that we have like this like super special tactic that we use, but sometimes it's just hit it as hard as you can and hope for the best. So yeah.
We'll go to Matt and then Santi.
Just off that one really quickly. Does Celio beating him to his right make you change your mindset when you know you're going you're putting the ball to his right side? Are you thinking about how Celio catches him to his right earlier in the game when you're taking that shot? Part of your thought process?
Sometimes you think about how like your teammate may have beat player in a certain way in the game, and you realize that, okay, maybe that player is scared now when
Earlier we were talking to Bradley. He says you mentioned that you're starting to get more comfortable with the pressing aspect of being up top with the requirements of this scheme. How do you feel you're getting more acclimated to the pressing aspect of your game?
Definitely. I mean, the staff does a really good job of explaining things to us before the game, and like we always say, this style of play is demanding. It's a hard style of play, but it works. So I mean, I think I'm in a position now where I'm starting to understand things more. I'm getting things, down more after one season of doing it. And I mean, yeah, I'm enjoying it. And obviously, we're seeing the fruit. So
Sam, 2 goals in 2 MLS games after the year you had last year. How important it is for you to start like this?
Man, for me, I'm just happy that, we got the win, and I'm happy that, I'm just happy that the team is moving forward, especially after the game that we had on Tuesday. I'm just happy that we got that win. And I mean, yeah, obviously as a striker, it's important to score goals and it's important to do well, but most important is to help the team. So, I mean, the fact that we got the win today against a tough opponent, I'm really happy about that. So
wrap up with Julian.
And Sam, obviously, it was really disappointing to get knocked out of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. But, how beneficial is it now to finally get into a consistent rhythm of the Saturday to Saturday and not have to worry about, any midweek matchups, short rest, anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah, getting knocked out, it always sucks, but the end of the day, you take every win you can. And obviously not having to play midweek games a lot is obviously a win. Obviously, yeah, we're sad about not winning and we wanted to stay in the competition, but we look at the positives from that, yeah, not having to play midweek games definitely helps us as a team, especially when we have a lot of injuries, guys coming back, it gives the guys a lot more rest. So yeah, obviously, we're never going to a competition hoping that we get knocked out because we wanted to do well and take it all the way for the fans. But, we always try to look at the bright side and the positive side, because if you just keep focusing on the negative, then, you're never going to move forward. So.
Sam, thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.